Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 18 of Civilization 5. I'm playing as Portugal on Emperor difficulty and I'm in a bit of trouble. I'm basically at war with everybody with the exception of a couple of the lesser powers that aren't really too much of a bother right now. The main problem for me is Egypt, mainly because they have this city right here on my borders. I've managed to hold my own, I've destroyed most of their units that were attacking me. Still can't really take the city, it's quite well defended, it's the other side of the river and it has a few hills and bits of rough terrain around it, so it will be difficult for me to get close without losing a lot of units. I also have a fair few other problems to deal with. I'm in negative happiness, I have no trade routes, I'm hemorrhaging gold, so there's quite a lot of things that I need to sort out there. I'm also at a bit of a tech disadvantage, and that's not going to be helped by the fact that I'm pretty much hated by everybody, and that means getting a trade agreement is practically going to be, or any sort of research agreement is going to be practically impossible. I'm not doing too bad overall though. 4th in literacy, 4th in soldiers, 2nd in crop yield, 4th in population and manufactures goods. I'm not doing that bad at all. It may still be recoverable. It's difficult to tell. Now, somebody did point out that I do have a source of crabs here. The only problem is, in order to get to them, I would need to build a ship over, well, over here somewhere, basically, and go all the way around the outside of the map. There's no way I can really get to it from the north, so I would have to literally build one at, where's the closest, Porto, and sail all the way around the coast with a workboat, which is potentially doable, but while I'm at war, there's a very good chance it could end up being lost. So as much as I would love to get a workboat on those crabs, it's going to be very, very difficult in getting there. So that's something that I may have to consider for later on. Some coal there we can upgrade as well, but certainly need to sort out the economy a little bit. So let's go on with the next turn. Let us see what happens. Hopefully we won't lose too many more units. I'm just going to try and hold the attacking forces off for as long as possible. I've got a lot of tiles that I need to repair over here from the barbarians that were caused by the negative happiness. Still being attacked by the crossbows from Egypt. They still have quite a few units, actually. Now, the problem is with these Gatling guns is I can't actually move them close enough to attack from range, because the problem is I'd be getting close enough to Elephantine to actually take damage from it, which I don't really want to do. New unit from Mbanza Congo, which is quite nice. We're at war with Arabia, but Vilnius is on our side, so they're just going to fire away at that archaeologist, which I'm quite happy about. So let's have a look and see what we've got going on. Braga, you have finished the seaport, which is very nice. We don't have workboats on either of these tiles now, so I guess we should get those done. We did lose them to some barbarians, or in fact I think it was maybe even Arabia's ships, I can't quite remember now. We do have this conquistador, so let's start getting you towards the front line. Now, what are we going to do here? It's a little bit difficult. I feel that I should be bringing some of these units back. Wherever I put them, the crossbowmen are going to be able to take a shot. I don't really want to move any further forwards, though, because then Elephantine would be able to shoot me, and that's never a good thing. We can take a pot shot or two with this cannon. Will be nice when we get artillery. Of course, they are now adjacent to this Gatling gun, which means we can do a little bit more damage there. Not quite enough to finish them off, so we may just have to sit tight. We'll have to bring some more units in. Could you attack on this turn? No, and you'd be within range of the city if I moved you any further forward. May move you to here, though. It does potentially give the crossbows another target, and they may leave the Gatling gun alone for a little while. You guys, I think, can just fortify up. I do really need to get them promoted. They are actually in my territory. I guess I just don't have the money. So that is fine. Now, we do need some more farms, because I did have quite a lot of my cities that were starving, which isn't great. And although I would like to get a lot of these tiles repaired, I think we do need to get some farms going over here, so that is something we're going to concentrate on. You can go on to alert. You can repair that. And we've got these riflemen. You're going to start heading towards the front as well. Start to get as many units down there as we can. You're just going to sit there on alert. Now, I've got this cannon set up just so we can potentially snipe at anything that may come across the water. There's nothing really there yet, but who knows what may happen on the next turn. Another unit needing orders. You're going to go ahead and repair the coal mine. Now, I am currently researching flight, but that's not going to be helped because I don't actually have biology yet, so I don't even know if I'm going to have access to any oil. Should have probably queued that up first, to be honest, because the flight on its own isn't going to be all that useful to me, so I may just go ahead and swap my techs over at the end of this turn. Because flight on its own, I'm not going to get the Prora. The chateaus I don't have, and Maois I don't have. So all I'm really going to benefit is planes, and if I don't have any oil, I'm not going to be able to get any planes. So let's actually go ahead and start work on biology first. Braga has finished that workboat, so go ahead and build another. The one you've already completed can come over here, and we'll try and get that improved. You are going to actually build a farm here. And we have, this builder has finished whatever he was doing, or this worker. So I don't really want to get rid of a lot of these jungle tiles, because the jungle tiles are good for science, although technically I'm not working this city, so I don't have all that much control over it anyway. So what I may do is bring this worker over to the front to start doing some of the repairs, and I may start to bring these units down a little so we can be a bit more aggressive with them on the front line. Definitely going to continue to bring the conquistadors down. Now, these guys haven't backed off, which is a little bit foolish. I should have actually fired at them with the cannon and used these guys to attack the crossbows, but never mind. We can attack with these guys. We won't kill them, and we'll take a little bit of damage ourselves, but we'll certainly do quite a lot of damage to them. And then we can go in and have a bombard with the artillery, well, with the cannons. Again, it won't be enough to kill them off, but it will be enough to reduce their health quite nicely. We'll take a little while for this rifleman to get around there, but that's not too much of a problem. Guess the rest of these guys can just stay where they are for now. So you can go on. Should we finish these guys off? It's risky because then we could be pelted by the city, this Gatling gun and this crossbow. So I think I may just sit that one out there. You can go across there, so you can repair that. So repair that tile that you're on. You should just stay there for now. We are definitely going to need to get some more cannons, preferably artillery, but artillery's still quite a way off. And we're really going to be suffering gold-wise very shortly. Mainly because we don't actually have any cargo routes. So we may have to get that sorted out next. Before we end up completely bankrupt, because that's just going to hurt our science more than anything. So, it is all my own fault. You know, I went far too aggressive far too early on in this game, and that made a lot of mess. Barrage for rough terrain. Cover would be good, but it's nice to be able to take chunks out of these units here. So, let us go ahead and do that where we can. That would be potentially suicidal. We'll start moving some units up towards the front, though. Still keeping them out of the city's range. Choose production. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a cargo ship. It's only 2 turns, so it's not terrible. Workboat to there. You're going to create a fishing boat. You're going to create a fishing boat. That should help here a little bit with the food situation. We are working those tiles. That is all good. Choose production over at Porto. You finished a cargo ship as well. So, happiness and... can't build a Circus Maximus yet. Oh, we're already building one somewhere else. Or we already... Yeah, if we'd already built it, it wouldn't be there. Broadcast Tower is potentially good. Happiness. Do we actually get happiness from one of our tenants? I think we do, don't we? +2 local happiness from every barracks, armory, and military academy. So barracks, armories, and military academies are very important because they actually give me happiness. So we'll be going ahead and doing that. Can't really do an awful lot with you. Don't want to move any of these other units in right now because it's potentially risky. You just continue to heal up for this turn. This cargo ship, okay. Well, we could trade with these guys, but we will almost certainly get wiped out along the way. So that's not particularly good, because we would have to go right past Arabia's territory, and I'm fairly certain that that would just have us losing that ship, which is very annoying. But the only other options I have are internal trade routes, I believe. Let's just have a quick look at the trade route overview. Trade routes available. We could go Braga to Chichen Itza. That's not a bad idea, actually. Let us change you to Braga. And if we can get you to Chichen Itza, I mean, that's not going to last forever because we will be going to war with the mines again soon. But that will certainly help us out a little bit there. Everybody else just sort of heal up. You finished repairing that, so get moving over here. Let us see if we can actually peace out with Arabia. It's unlikely. Yeah, they're still not willing to declare peace. What about Polynesia? No, you won't go to peace either. Who else am I actually at war with? Pretty much everybody. No, just Egypt. Still hostile with the other two. Bakal's only guarded. He's not even hostile. But we will get him wiped out as soon as possible. Also at war with a lot of the city-states, which isn't helping matters either. That now has finished its repairs, so we'll move it out so we can just sort of see if there's anything coming towards us. So you might just sit there for now. You can also just sit there. Really don't feel like I'm progressing an awful lot in this war, but there's not very much I can do about that. We are definitely going to need to get some more farms going, though. I think you're actually going to go here and make a farm, and I think you guys can actually make a farm there as well. I know we will be losing a little bit of science, but we do need to get our cities to grow, because that is one of the major issues that I do have currently in this game. So Egypt do still have a fair few units that they are moving my way, which is very annoying. If we can actually manage to take Elephantine out, it'll make it very, very difficult for them to reinforce from the front. Yep, we're losing gold. I'm actually breaking even now. Actually at 0. Choose production. Circus Maximus has now finished. Let's go ahead and get the stock exchange. We'll also get the East India Company as well. Which worker do we have? You would actually prefer to build a farm. Get some extra food there. Another cargo ship. Well, that's the one we had. You're going to go to Chichen Itza. Hopefully you are going to survive the journey, because again, you do kind of have to go past Egypt partially, but it might help us out for a turn or two. What can we do here? I'm not too worried about the crossbowmen, actually. I think I might take the opportunity to fire some shots. They're actually backing up, which makes it very difficult for me to hit them with anybody. I think you may go around there and just attempt to attack from that side. If we move these guys in, they're going to be within range of the city, so we have to be careful there as well. We could potentially come in and attack this Gatling gun and then move back out again, because of course it is cavalry. Cavalry can attack and then they can move after attacking, so... Oh, of course, but we can't because it's a hill, so they're probably now going to get finished off as well. So some more bad play on my part. You're not actually close enough to hit anything. I could move you a little bit closer, but it's a little bit risky. I don't want to lose cannons if I can help it, so we'll just leave you there. We'll allow them to keep throwing units at us, and we'll keep thinning them out. You guys have finished with that. Quite a lot of farms around here now, actually, so I guess we could go and get a few trading posts in. We've also got another lot of riflemen coming in as well. You can just sit there also. I really would love to be able to take this city out. I just don't know how easy it's going to be to do. I guess it might be time to try and move some of these cannons in place and see if we can actually start to take them out. I don't want to move units too close because I know they will just get bombarded by the city. You guys can go ahead and get that fixed, I think. As for you guys, you can come down here. I'm just going to try and flood them with units where possible. Just give them a target-rich environment. What would we like down here? I guess more farms wouldn't be terrible. We have a quarry there. We don't have a mine on this coal. I suppose we could get that up and running. So let's go on to the next turn. We are in positive happiness at least, finally. And we're not losing gold for a turn. And we're not losing science either. That's going to be that cavalry unit dead, which is quite annoying, but at least he's moving units forward now, which means that it's easier for me to kill them. Sort of wondering if it's worth piecing out with Egypt and then just going after the rest of the mine city here. But then next time we go to war with Egypt, I'll be right on their front lines. I prefer to get rid of this this Egyptian city first before I do that. So that probably is what I should be doing. So we're definitely going to fire at you guys. Won't be able to attack you on this turn with these guys, but we're definitely going to move in to try and make that easier. You are going to fire at these guys. And you didn't quite get them finished off, so we're actually going to use the cannon because that means that we're not moving any unit forward onto that potentially dangerous space. You can move up here and then might be able to fire at that Gatling gun on a subsequent turn. Choose production. Braga has finished its cargo ship. Let's go ahead here and get the... What is worth getting? Is it worth getting a broadcast tower? It probably is. 8 turns. Porto's finished its barracks. Let's go ahead and get an armory here, because I want that happiness. Musketmen go on to alert. Cargo ship. Can only really trade with my own cities right here. What would be ideal? Food to Lisbon? Production to Lisbon? Guess that's not a bad idea. We'll get Lisbon just churning stuff out a little bit more quickly. And we'll get everybody else just sitting tight. What am I going to do with you guys? Worth trying to move in and attack anything? Not really. Might just leave you there for now. Okay, on to the next turn. Don't think we're going to lose any units here. It was mainly because it got bombarded by the city. That was the problem. And as soon as we get this zoo in Coimbra, maybe we can put another cannon out. What are we going to do with you? Guess we could go over there and build a mine. That'd give us the potential for some more production in Braga. You guys continue to move up in this direction. Just be all intimidating and stuff. 6 turns away from biology. And they are moving some more units forward. I still think I seem to have... Well, I wouldn't say I have a technological advantage against Egypt, because I'm sure I have seen them with riflemen at some point. But certainly all they seem to be throwing at me is crossbows. They do have Gatling guns, of course, but I do feel that I'm in a better position to deal with them than I have ever been. So let us go ahead and attack these guys. We should be able to wipe them out nice and easily. Very good. And this guy can't shoot at us because he'd have to move into the jungle, which would use all of his movement, and we're out of bombard range of the city, so that's also very good. You get a promotion. So let's go for barrage, because there is a lot of rough terrain around. We will... That'll be a complete and utter kill, so we'll do it with the Gatling gun. Oh, wow, wasn't actually a kill. Okay, fair enough. Well, we'll set you up and we'll take the shot with the cannon. Gives the cannon a little bit more XP. Got a unit coming in there. Don't think it's going to be a problem. If it lands on this tile, it's going to get bombarded by 2 Gatling guns, so that's fine. You can stay there for now. You can also stay there. If I move you in, you're going to get attacked, so we'll leave you there. You can start to move up. And you can stay there too. Got 58 gold in the bank again now. 2 of 5 trade routes. No point building any more, really, because if I do, they're only going to be internal. Here's a few more units. Yeah, they're definitely getting some reinforcements from somewhere. This city really needs to get taken out. Does have a combat strength of 60. Only has a population of 8. But it's going to be very, very difficult for me to actually... There's one of my trade routes plundered already. Look at that. And that was the one that was actually giving me money. And it was plundered by... plundered right up here as well. That is really, really annoying. Maybe I should try and peace out with Egypt. And just get a little bit further ahead. Nope, he's not willing to go to peace. It'd be good if I could peace out, because then I could just sort of build up my... my army a little bit and get some more tech, but it doesn't look like that is going to be an option, so we'll leave it as it is. I think we'll actually get a bank over here for now, because we need another way to deal with our money problems if we're just going to keep getting those destroyed. Let's fire at you guys. Again, I'm still in a position where I don't really want to move anybody forwards if I can help it. They don't have any ranged units around here, so I think everyone is going to be relatively okay. So you stay on alert, as the same for you. You guys heal up. You guys also go on to alert. Same for you. Really are going to have to just try and take that city out now, just to stop them flooding me with units. You guys go ahead and build a coal mine. So it may need to consider building another trade route, but it's just going to get wiped out if I do. And they do still have a few more units around, but again, I should be able to thin them out quite easily. It's just the problem is, in order to take out Elephantine, I'm going to have to get at least 3 or 4 cannons right next to it. And as soon as I move a cannon onto the hills within range, before the cannon even gets a chance to fire, it's going to get bombarded by the city itself. And unless I can clear up all of the units first, it's going to make that very difficult. So I can't really do an awful lot else. I'm going to call that the end of the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5. And although this has been a little bit of a derpy play from me, I think I'm actually holding my own. I'm not doing terrible. Egypt still only have 4 cities, and it is possible that we might be able to take this one out. So, you know, there is chance for a comeback. We will just have to see how it goes. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.